Hey everyone, I'm Drex, and this is the 2 Minute Drill where I cover 3 hot security stories twice a week, all part of the cyber and risk community here at the 229 Project and This Week Health. I try to keep the podcast mostly plain English and mostly non-technical, so it's easy for everyone in the organization to consume so that everyone can do their part to keep patients and families and the whole health system safe. Today's episode is brought to you by Google. Healthcare systems are lowering cost and boosting endpoint security with Chrome OS devices paired with Chrome Enterprise, a secure browser that's trusted by billions of users. So now there's a better way for healthcare teams to work safely on the web. Learn more or schedule some time with the Google Healthcare team at thisweekhealth.com/Chrome OS. Great to see everyone today. Here's some stuff you might want to know about. Just a quick update on the Oracle breach story. As you probably know, Oracle is now talking to customers about 2 different breaches that have happened over the past several weeks. Last month, data went up for sale on the dark web. The data was allegedly stolen from Oracle. That first security incident was mostly tied to login and identity data for Oracle Cloud Services. The second breach has been tied to an attack on legacy infrastructure affecting their healthcare customers. Over the past few weeks, Oracle's gone from saying there was no breach to now admitting there was a breach, to now quietly wordsmithing with customers that even if there was a breach, the data that was stolen was old, and so it probably doesn't really pose that much of a risk. From the customers I've talked to, I can tell you they don't seem convinced. There's a regular drip of new information on this situation, and as I find stories that are worth reading, I'm posting them to the news site. Arizona-based medical imaging practice Simon Med is notifying patients across 160 locations and 7 states that they've had data compromised in a cyber attack. The cyber gang Medusa is apparently responsible for the attack. They stole sensitive data connected to at least 132,000 patients. There's now at least 3 federal class action lawsuits underway against Simon Med. One of those lawsuits alleges that the data leaked so far includes photocopied driver's license, passports, and other sensitive patient information. And finally, today, there's a really interesting story about the war in Ukraine. The Ukrainian military have made use of drones to fight that war in a very innovative, unconventional way. And now they're using those drones to not only blow up tanks and autonomous surveillance aircraft, they're using those drones as part of an anti-Russian cyber operation. Ukrainian drones, when disabled or captured by the Russians, are then plugged into Russian networks in an effort to better understand the technology or even reprogram the devices. Well, it turns out now the Ukrainians are including malware on those drones. So if they're captured and the Russians tap into the devices, the malware delivers a nasty cyber payload, which obviously limits Russia's ability to study or reuse those drones. You can read more on that story and all the latest healthcare innovation, tech, and security news at the industry's fastest growing news site, thisweekhealth.com/news. Today's episode is brought to you by Google. You can keep your patients' data safe and reduce the burden for IT operations staff and create a better clinician experience, all with one platform, Google Chrome OS with Chrome Enterprise. Find out how by scheduling a chat today. Go to thisweekhealth.com/Chrome OS. By the way, you can get all the past episodes of the 2 Minute Drill if you've missed any of them at thisweekhealth.com/unhack. That's it for today's 2 Minute Drill. Thanks for being here. Stay a little paranoid, and I'll see you around campus.